yen so hu sem ayiri fa ye wai wo de what na mu nim se de sitie be wo de na se fo nyina bepem de what exactly na wo nche YouTube isi ya
okay so ade ba ko pa nka oba say ade we ya na problem but enya ade ba ko
okay
ntina mana ye potokaza because I complex kakra so what I say because flash floods no nyama esi ensuo ho kwan say tenekọ no eno na ebe koso sa situation we ti nyama na ye nyama bai ensuo kwan da ho a ye nsi dan ensi ensuo kwan no so dem che say ensuo kwan da ho a ye nkonko ye nyama bia wo nsuo na no nsuo no kwan na no so ye udi ukoko impede nsuo no in any form ebe create flood so what dem che ye nyina no yakoko abruchire akonu na mo ho bia kotena ho a na ya sa back what was the building code no there is no way you be allow o ma nsuo na free win chance dance no abegu form it doesn't add up. I was see your rain harvest plumbing system. Uko Germany or ni beji keke ya connecting to river. Obiafi underground ya yeni nina. Enti nsuo na eto de no abegu from a good form. Because in chance dance no. Since you no chance dance wa increase ni velocity no will so no so. Enti begu form a na atwe anwea na kogu gota no. Enti gota no nsuo pe ne sese fam awia kogu mu a abere na nsuo akọ the following nsuo ebeto no ebere na akọ na yesusi yesidan na wi a ofa yi dan enemy dan no ye jai be soil no wo ana ye de praye atoso nti de bia na opra no wo be yi top soil na firi ho nti nsuo no begu so no na yi erosion nti wo beko yin crash na abo se dan si wo na dan foundation ni na apiepie because ya prasa ma nsuo no so efficiency da no so awhuru no nyina akoguo nti obahu se ba bia wo befa wa kra bia no nsuo no egu efom no ati anwea akogu gota dada
example kra ni se wo fi mus ba tantra answer be do go e ho no won se ebepo no is first na kentisa na so be ye ayie ni be 2 years ni nsuo ta kakra kra de roshi no ba man se anwea no kra be gu ka kwan no mu
correct so hu dem che nanti uye ni sawie na anwea ni gota no mu a na fei almighty enwura eno so abepi so na fei gota no asi enti ne kese mu ni de yehu wo gota nsuo akese no mu no meka chance dan so de ni nsuo na ewo gata na ewo wo yemfichire no na kese no eno so sanet ekono ofa ye water basins 5 or say omudi military sojafo no amiti sojafo no na omo di baku bi abeka ho so on dem che enti se yemfa ne se nsuo ni free mountains no so na e ba ye wo chain mountains na surround Accra no from the shy ekopiemu wo Ekrapi mountains no ebepiemu on samo ma deso ho no kopiemu wo Makati Hill water basins no enamu eba enti so udru abokobi side ho no na free aburi na eba no be piemu wo domi taifa sa nsuo na nam ho na be piemu wo ebehia onyanhia ne odo ka price ho no activities wo ekwan no so no nyina no ade a impede nsuo no enti se block a nsuo no be dan ebe create even say flooding ni nyina akoye dem na aye de beye etwe ko a ni asa start ni aye de eye enti obi bi sa say eye de na nsuo no kwan no ye close no with development so nze na zinje
we de ti ayi infoni aye yi infoni aye yi sisi aye gile show TV si so wo hwe ni ye pa who say commentary bi kura wachire prince anka yentie onipa na samo ka no be bi potia ade ne koso no na yentie
Admo, where are you? Look at human being house where human being lives. Nadmo, where are you? This is at boom, Kokompe. The other end too. Nadmo, where are you? Look at house close to a bridge, a big gutter.
Utie abrante na som no kan na o se Kokompe bibi ba edam se edano bridge kakraka pa no edano ben no e na wato wall it na age bridge no so na be se age fa ye be videos how do be opani bi na be assembly ekọ na ono so aye we sida na gata no ye fia kitikiti we se wa nya gata na mada kitikiti aha we dem ye ntie ko twetwe ekọ so yinti.
Yes. So I'm asking, you constructed this gutter? Were you the one?
Yes.
Did you consult the assembly?
Yeah, we come there. We come there last and come and construct. One Mr. I had to recall upon.
One Mr. Opon?
We come there and come and construct.
So he was the one who gave you the dimension that you should use for the construction of the drain?
Yeah.
Sure. Are you sure of that?
It's not around now.
Please, respectfully, you may have to pull or hold this job. Okay. Because I'm going to inform the MCE and then the engineer. They will come back to you. And look at the soil you are even using.
We'll stop it. We are using corridor and corridor and that. Stone and the dash. And we are using it.
Is that the correct sand they are using?
Rough sand. This one.
Suppose to use a rough sand.
This one is a
rough sand. We tell you that we need we bring this one in the night. When you see 902.
You saw it before you start using. But you saw it. Even if you brought it in the night, you saw it that it's not the correct sand.
Yeah, because of that.
It contains a clay, so I think that there will be a lot of it.
When they start the way, I'm not around, so I come and tell them they to stop. So I called, they call me and said they to build this one, corridor, and this.
A videos I would be a send a baby to me at the agent of the day in common. We share said that a gata. And ya feel na ye tokro fie bi da bo hwe said I was sitting at the volume of usu e be fam akono it's so huge say into fasa and one be say say o consult assembly no o say I who one Mr. Opon but Mr. Opon ko ni ho bi o
say bi o kasa no why free Mr. Opon no the na mechanic enti say insu kwan da ho na u impede insuo kwan in any form u benya flooding ani enso ya tena ho ama enkrofobia apekwan afele afro a edida ho a ji insuo ni bi ansa na insuo no kura akọ ya pekwan bi so aye the rezoning is allowed in the system. And he say obi opanyini bi wo ho na wo tro letter de ba na say ahai me wo yi bi da manim ha la dade kotopon assembly ho no na omo yi afro daninu into mixed use and then say nsuo yi ko ho yi afa no musu na mo dane no into mixed use amo asisi adan asisi about 3.2 acres of land na mo dane no into residential use no so nsuo no ba o pese nsuo no fine oh dem che no enti I don't know the say ya na yakoso flooding no me nka say nsuo dodo ankasa no eno so wo ho se bia nsuo bia atoa
volume of nsuo
exactly eno so wo ho but yen so ye ka ho ena ma sa situation aba
ye share video pe say okwasembe one Mr. Opon if it is true say Mr. Opon bi o wan paniampa dia so wan pa na say Opon no okohu no procedures so faso na kotumi gi tumi krata edi mu o de be ye adwuma na nkasa no e bi assembly ni baako ɛna bi a odi anim na papa otum ko yɛ sɛ adwuma yi nti obeka sɛ can't we hold assemblies responsible say ayamo adwuma no ade na monye
assemblies no dey they only a week kakra in terms of capacity to do some of these things some of them chelo entino who the subonu ba omo anyeye because who develop and also so unim say there way enye
and not see the police war no binim say da me ye enye no until the police war say wo ya dey nya police na bechew na assembly no so assembly no so nim say obi be sit down ba bi e ho no na nya nti ne ya dey sisi aba say assembly no answer be sit down no ko hu assembly no e bia wo mo department we department we be hwe we
na make no e mangrove wetland and ya try ba say yen turning into mixed use residential purposes ni nyama la dade kotopon 2020 and e wo ha no min kan ma wa kan was a description of site. The site is approximately 3.22 acres and situated behind the Ghana International Trade Fair along the Lagoon bypass and close to the Peshi Lagoon in the La Dadekotopon Municipal Assembly. Heading here, application for change of use of site from mangrove protected coastal water front zone to mixed use. What the application we have to assembly ho near sesa mangrove no receive nsuo no wo question so na ya ma approval ya nso assembly no because we no pressure ebeba sa nkofo no assembly ho so no unim na wa anye sa adwuma we a bebi a wo beka koda no 2020 na omo
sa pressure e be free fa
above that it is President Mahama ka say omo say above order from above we fine because ono ma obi order from above but I'm saying say sir ewe no enti na nsu akotade hoda omo nsu no I don't understand because question basin no eno so da ho a nsu no ba begu lagoon no
yeah
and more status edi AC nsu no kwan e bia 10 years ni no nsu to heavy enti no omu sisi kakra kra ba no na aye fine ho no so no anadwo omatwe latrite akọ feel ho nyina enti no ye kokoye inspection oh ahai oh there be say mangrove ndi tetena na higher mangrove enti say there yetimisi na oma approval no na yesi dan na sisi so Ramsar site sa na omo eje e na omo sesa no from Ramsar no to residential mixed use.
Rezoning Korea.
Exactly. The same thing, Pambros. Oh, sa no mo sesa.
Pambros for those days.
Chese
o kosa. O shebe kum so a why afro.
Enti anadwo na wo atwe anwea na akofele ho na wo de letter akọ na ya ma wa approval no. Na sensuo no ba afi na wo besu akire me ana we
dey so ma approval in the first
na say
because I'm not say so nipa be okosi dan no mra ma kwanso nkosi wo nti approval na de
ba ho de make na say wasesa
warizoni
nti obi aba ade na sesa say mangrove no wa insisi wo be ko mangrove bi ani ho nti mangrove no ni ho no problem ni de wa hibio
na say look as a reasoning one approve reasoning
no say no de and we the me can say ade a yakọ site ho na yakọ ko nsa for no da ho ho maso but omo di kan feeling ni na sie no fine ana omo di application aba enti ye be ko no ye twa pictures afro bi ani ho wo defend no ho ana won chase enti na fe nsu no ba na fe ekreti havoc na afe nana meneo ye ba be tena ha ni ya complain a wo ko hwehwe one Mr. Opon wo ko hunu wai
odi wo kra bio
enti Say you know who say Danny Diama soldier for.
Yabebe no so. Yabebe no so.
Enti yen ni akoso.
Yen ni akoso. Yabehwe ye human activities no kra kra.
Human activities no so no. Enu so so wo ehun nsam.
Some bebreti yebekọ another round because I won't hear me pa. Abusa pani mu ko beka yen abusa pani akwa aba. Ada wusi pehwe ball ni bi nti. And now they man musiano. En suna mo.
The sense of agency be I said there. Yeah. We don't say strikers, you know, ball on target or go on target in the ground, not even one. And people tend to blame some individuals. The system now you play, no. I don't know. The ability to be a defender. Say almost a low block, no. We can block the balls all right, but how to attack your opponent? Go to their territory, no. I don't know. Into we a striker, we so say when be Messi and Mbappe. That's a wood that ube frying team boss system na. To me. Because one year you chase, look at somebody, and people tend to blame the guy. This number 9, how do you call it? Jordan. It's so painful. Look at 5 defenders, and the man was just running among them. No direct ball. Once in every battle, 2-3 people. They'll push you. You see the whole thing. Semenyo, look at Semenyo. Of a far ball where cheer, and to me, a move. But when him who pass or could do to me be a
system na moya na
system you see me to me no me who say beginning no that 4 changes no I'm what Ghana Black Stars
changes are seen
near the Kobo and Match no oh yeah 4 changes you see winning team and our solid team our they draw near them just maintain them system now bono nkrofo be to me run and war nkrofo be to me block echi wo ana ye nipa ba ko keep move friend say defender say na ya na move friend o san ko pray
nti e be say bibia
echi woni block na ho ni nyina no tokuru bedem
Adana ice block
anan block na nan nti ye see pede well be ma be ye bi na wa ma ye ni nyina at least young the work on you be de made the blaster away acquire the young I won't room honey or money party and the kind of career team near the team. Near the team, no boom, walk we need back on the bar and the board room and the man to me and that's way be Yameboa. But now the Nankasanu say, look at the African teams here. Remember what they saying, winning goals to the at the time. And Radin was saying, early goal. And we defend the 14th minute, and we defend it. What modern near boys and we, but Yeni Panama, Croatia and the
Croatia.
Yes, 82nd minute. And a second goal by anyone.
We should see the guy here.
86 minutes.
Only the 2-0.
84 minutes.
9 minutes.
African teams near you only Nina, Cote d'Ivoire, Nina, that you know. And I think you're technical bench and a woman. Say but yenya additional be nefe yenya players obi to say kudus me yam pile wo nyina wona so nefe yem look outside the country maybe to say Moroccans for no so qualified most of their citizens have walk outside now winning ball no they call them back because last World Cup we could do semi-final nti enenu say sankrofo no ba even boy o Barcelona kura no bomb Spain no mo fa ni wi but na Spain for the America aye mo fa yama o say wan no yes ofi Morocco nti wo bomb de yan twetwe nkrofo nti ye won nkrofo bi a wo ye solid a wo bitumi aboa mo ma ye nye da Aaaba ayi ne de nkate de hwiagu na ye bitumi afa de aye so kin so de ye mfanwe ne aka no ye man kokọ mesesa wo na dia ye da ye bo no mo no
we dey yanka ye better by the common but adeba kubi ye share the way we treat our players good to say ono ye sabo
yes
ye share bra branch ni prayer no oman as FA no ye share say omo eden message be no mo send man no ebia internet so no much be to say sikudu se pra na Ghana ye bon person no beton in term on behalf of my Ghana na afi no say o hwe person no beton in term blah 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 ebia mo ko ne nchen e ko sra no kudu so muti sam ni di nkomo na anase bia we prampo ntumi nya because we nim say according to no Tottenham for be kan say me say e mo nwa so man frɛ kudu sama na anko World Cup because o mo share recovery na wa recovery na
second match na kro
betumi abobɔ nti e mo nwa so man fa na anko ena wo hwe training so ye na sefo ni nyina mo de to abrante no sanka boy press den na bibi anka hu sanka be fe sanka be say be vaccine krama na back camp
Obe kai say I think in 2006 I think say Beckham also prize prize na mo for in terms of first and second or and so mo de ne koy
But women so
to be qualified for the name and another World Cup I think say winning so it be happening
recently Brazil
Neymar said
oh star player sometimes player no kokra that's one bobia present in the camp no kran boy but say those can what is the communication between the FA
Neymar no
let me say that's my okay what is our communication between the FA and him have we been following his progress the whole turn him said they also Tottenham for a surprising if capacity you are following the good communication thank you the status
of our association
what is the doctors can say almost share ne ahoden na obetu on 15 minutes enti no omo twen 15 minutes to full time no mbada abeda ne makakra wo se kudu so post blasters crowd
maybe na me we no obeda no
we feel abandoned
obeda no ono anim say bi anka wode ne ko obetu aye baby yen star boy te so ono ye distributor obetumi 1-on-1 so
on me 20 minutes to full time crank and bad
and then now
anyway
ya de enkoma shem be de ya ni enim say nyame be ye nyame so country bi ya so nyame obo ni oboa wo ye wo
soro boa na oboa ne ho
no wo ngatumi akọ nti ye be mo wo ngamo wo mra na abuga de obe
na coach ni mo ye man nko na se keep no na
to me no wo man ntina name on vary ne technical that be a defensive no na there be a yenya kudus money ade then we will see until one extend the by 1 year or 6 months or 1 year
no or pension every na or the 13 years after pension
no but you see
no your money metra
no you see the whole thing if you are engineer what you say your young ones many are prempeni or engineer but they do baby we be say wo consultancy
but me can complain main
because anything that say 6 months 1 year na you sure say dey betumi avari here like tactics no you betumi anya obi aka ho ono metena e be defensive setup no e dey you know me shemu kena na you will be a obetumi abesoma enya body nam do dey say
but I think say we should get a new person for a long term
yeah
now on project you have a long term project
stop cap
coach
and no buy how many months 2 months
at least 2 months and you saw yes and no make fire for 2 years pensioner no abi 3 aka ho no
well yeah ebia said ya okay yenye GFFO
association
na DF na nya kwesi enya ayi kretokreku dia o
da enya ne dia
o ne nkofo nya o to me nya de o
na abote
menya
o ya association member
na ede na wo pata
na me Ghana ni have every right
it is a GBA for shiano mo ka o ma sama o be ko obi
o mo kan
so woni ba be tu gba dia ye be tu dia no atum ye be ka bi
yo
ye be ka bi se bia ne se insu asemi aye ka insu yiri ye nye engineers nka mo na se mo nya mo asem be den insu ye wa hakere
enu de say any association be problem enu de ye problem enti enu de different
anyway
blaster no so ta ye Ghana nyina problem
na be na ye
o
association no
minka ho Me come engineers association ho. Nti me come matter.
Anyway, on engineers. Ko bi achi abo.
Mati say because o ye ni me ye na ka say ko bi achi abo. No so ye.
Aja mo so ko ba. Ha dwene ye ni aye. Me ka one player bi super said Ghana Blasters or Kunhuma Ghana no prayer no. Ye yini maya do level bi a. Ose said ne sanka and ne sanka o da so nyana sanka Ghana Blasters o mo frana nka mada. Nti se obi aka bibi sa to. Me yes wo den nkofo.
Wo dey even Prince Poli ya. Ono kura so mo dey here no.
Nti
one of
yes
strongest guy back on Prince Poli.
Yes
Ono so sa fi Ghana me ye tini kan biem. What ya nkofo bebre enye sa de dan kasa na mwa. Oh ya.
You send down. Anyway, Kwame, ya hwe ya modie mu ne ewe. Oman bia ya chichire. Mentina so ko ayi enkurasimpo a. Ya chichire ekura. Ye si dan keke. Enti se ye si ya chichire ekura ene ekuru kitwa ene kuru kese a ya chichire oman. Enti se du baby na se nema bi nko yi a esan se ya demarcate se aha aye park. Aha se ya bobo wa ha. Aha ye be market. Aha ye be we, aha ye be we, aha ye be say. See a deviate from the original plan na. It is so ba no matter what. Ya tenasia according to reports we are making kind of Dr. Kobra Donko. I can say be was say for the past from 12 years in you Oman Ghana they about $655 million. And you see yeah the year drainage system ne Accra and so no homes themselves for 655. What the answer say they $600 million. Na se say can you see a pump e dey go system no mu say ye fa nsuo ye pipe agata mu ye nyam say be nsuo nyini fine na say that so we mu a Kwame, what exactly is the problem?
That's a big kind. I said me buy me shedan chair.
Yeah,
my main chair for and then more I was studio nyina. The person so no be den check see if Dr. Bomia ho. Every Ghana for nyina. Bunia yeah asma okay dey na kure but say the engineer see sha say no problem no nya de back. We have root causes and nyina kabum and abe say problem. It is all solve so the solution is enya de back. You have to solve it through several means. Enti no matter say nkrofo ka say any diska ato ho basika no kakra bi ne call drainage. But there are several facets of solving this problem. And so we garage project now, it had about 5 components. You know, so those 5 components, you know, bako drainage na other one, and so no making sure say the municipalities, the assemblies, they have the right capacity. And there's some small gutter dredging and some small, and so and one of them, of course, project management, and also a part of the component, you know. And some of it is solid waste management, because we share flood ECV in so much, you know, which is a bola baby and into your management of our solid waste, no, and so can and a flood missing. Your best or new baby into your ball and then go for 2 gatem. Ubit mi kofa aboboya load of bola. Inse so de beko dam site no na ko jegu baby. Inse am manage sa solid waste nso ya and also no be problem. Inti no so ka component no. Inti so hwe sika ese ya use ya. There were several components of the project. And ekom. Now let me correct some miscommunication about the garage project no. The garage project started in 2019, and it was a $200 million project, and it was based on these 5 components. And one of the components was, Mami, ain't the correct name, no? So the name was Contingent Emergency Response Component. That was the 5th component of the garage project. And no says at BC Ghana, because our garage project. say person making sure say atorenche mu nsi nso yiri mba but atorenche mu si a na project no ma ho kwan say etimi disca ni bi ekoboa yesterday project and I say approve project 2019 fofi antoata na covid esi here and the covid see here no na yesa ban pesika near the year covid management ye nyina ye wa ha yinim the way aban no born home modern time covid see here ebedu baby kra no Ghana was a star country and other countries so e dey yom but say kwanchen the efe ni nyina dey sika na here all those covid management activity no kromo nyina no is can free everybody. Into World Bank agreed. Said that component now that contract in the project in the mono. Yeah, we withdraw some of the money to manage COVID. And now we about 61 million. 65. I think we're between 61 65 million. Let's say 65 million or so for the COVID management and relief. Yeah, the year after COVID and so and war in Ukraine this year to delay the project in a little bit. But government who say a day PCN was our project no. Eswati. In see making sure say yes can be aka ho a the be say anything yet. So government then renegotiated with the World Bank to extend the project one and also to add additional 150 million to the project. This was after the COVID money was spent. It's in yes project near 350 million. And you could 61 or 65 million COVID. It was 200 million originally and was supposed to end in 2025. But due to COVID, any sikana the course that fifth component American was me. We then sat down at the table with government, with the World Bank, to renegotiate and replan the project and add additional 150 million to the project. Enti ansana MPP government before Amansono. Now all these components be in far advance. Matisi we can say NDC can be acquired training near the other. Yet engineer can machine be say the municipalities as assemblies and sometimes capacity near low. So some of the money were used to build up the capacity of those at the assemblies. So this is not sika. So what person will solve that flooding as weekend? There are several facets of the solution, and the training was one of it.
Yanshe bibi Kwame. Yanshe say ebra COVID buy no. Yenim say World Bank for ne IMF for ebi so yasene e osika fam. Yenim say individuals ay yankran Ghana ha ay contributions be the boy. Yenim say Africa Development Bank nso amaye sika. Enti yanshe World Bank sika o de ma yen purposely for COVID. I think about $1 billion. IMF don't say yenya wo. Ankran dia any corporate Ghana di the boy any Africa Development Bank so di the MIA even Japan government so ebe boy other countries so be men sika. Any interpol all that sika. And esanko here ba system fan say the $60 million every COVID die mu. Esika Ghana decision mu ni san be kan ho. E dia pa na me say e dia say sika bebrebe ni nyina no e dia pa na ye ye COVID ni mu ama ni ye so extraordinary a e bi si that because me ye hwe sika dodo a ye say wabom na kire wado sika dodo e ko ye ko COVID management of COVID mu and any impact enya wo system no mu a wo de tutun a etumi eye sa because because mu ya wiram kakra.
You see, said the President before the kind, time of COVID by, the famous CEO said, we know how to bring back the economy, but I don't know how to bring back life. So whatever we have to do to save life, we have to do. Yeah. And it was not only in Ghana. Oko amanonina na sa Mahama biana. They spent to ensure say they save lives. And time of COVID see no be any however I could do. Say Oshe even ya brabo mukra na. Time akobe by nose mask and say one city cry in. COVID by near thought say. COVID by because the everyone say atoyenche man say the emergency na Aaaba no. And what will be recourse. All of some of the expenditure as the government is way they have to do it. teacher for tena almost 6 months yetu omuka nurse for omo na omo for front no ye mo extra money ye ma eche aduane na World Bank ko ye my that was what I say 1 billion. If enka accounting na nko ye, why would World Bank also allow us to for 60 million we enko ye at for? So say be say discussing and I say you audit the expenditure during COVID. I think that as a country we can call for that and then concentrate on that. I don't have a problem with that. We can do that. But to say you spend this baby in a without getting into the details. Eja COVID is here. There's a no be am shishim. No be any go survive. Adebechi unim se unua ene hu no adebechi obetumi ewu. It was that dire. But they say no. You free munti na ye kan if you so na COVID by na yes that be na the name. And the process here the audit of COVID expenditure we can do that. But the fact remains there was a component in the Garrett project which allowed the use of the money for such emergencies.
What can be about training capacity building in Asifo? And to say build the capacity in Pama because I don't know where you are. Unum said for so be beba. You share the capacity building, and for some time about some more mine. You're to the AC one.
So you see, like I keep saying, say I don't know multifaceted, right? Untimi nyabako nyabako. Ese we yet was no nyina become na ye. I don't know. Say omo training omo no. If they can train omo, whether they could have responded the way they have responded. When if NADMO any the assemblies, no, that one I can't sit here and say. I've not seen any report of its evaluation. So I have to get that and maybe we can look at that. But definitely, if the training was supposed to be given that's been given her, then we have to look at its evaluation and see the training. But I think some more draw projects. No, those that drew the projects felt the need to train certain people, and that's what they did. They felt the need, say, the dam site. No, we have to improve it. That's why they put that, waste management also in that. So all the things that they felt the need, say, Bebwa, I'm here reduce you, and I say, Yama flood in Nako and I'm the share project name. And then only this way, ya be simple way. Time na MPP flag by na drainage systems be 9. And I either send the ma contract answer near chassis. It na ya buying or buy say it be I say buying a and so. Government is continuing say what balance will be ya 2 years or 2 so. But say the World Bank so any report in buy that delay no and so can be. Obi nim ensenke ya ka we be see na say but at least Quebec form. So for me, there are several facets of the solution, and it's a long-term solution that we must look at. CCA, ADCA, are buying so the 300 million. Initially, they say 350, but I say 300 million cedis. I say 200 because the relief, and the 100, and so Abwa, the silting and all those things. Inti asemsi gidi ye kopes kanaba aden ye tena homa asemsi asa na pes kanaba aban ba in 2025 omo ba sika na project ni dey adwuma mo twini nyina ekogu aban ho the project stalled
identity
so omo so be hwe no mo and it's not only this project omo twins ke free ho I was me wo PPA now we were working on a communication project omo ba omo use kan nyina free ho project installed for about 1 year up to last month and send a consultant away a project so the Ghana electronic procurement system for 2 years ni intianika other year because Abanya is kind of alternative normal intinya sa Gary project in Kwano Mutris a general thing omo but it affected the Gary project as well. I must say after almost the 10 million call back. I would say the beginning of the year the call back. So if we don't continue certain things that have already been in place, Emma or Aaaba, 2015, and June 3rd this year, 2013, now Aaaba saw the need to say, SCA long-term measures to solve our annual flooding. Yeah. So they tried to initiate a project called Conti, and a project NTM initiate. Unfortunately, Ebianke Shesa project is ASEA and June 3rd NC. But yet me Ashanti Intino and June 3rd see here. Forward go forward 2026. NDC by project Ikoso and almost only project again. So it's not say sometimes it's not say we lack the ideas and answer the solutions. Sometimes the solutions are there.
Politicians
but it's implementation.
Because I remember video bi oho na Ura Ibrahim Mahama. Abribi edu ya nanka otete Odo River no mu no. Ye tinsem a esisi ye organ satam na Ura Collins Dauda. Ona na local government minister. Na wobra waye se wote Odo enso no mu no. Yehu nia politicians eye wo Ghana ha na mepese Prince Sanka video na ready yenti asem opanini kan ye efa yese ye de oman Ghana mashi samano tipa truck samano so wonfa ene hu nsem bebre chichimo de minus for that asemi is somewhere around 2013 2014 and asa it's a video no as dwumadi ne course e wo Odo River no Prince video na ready aka bom yetie kakra bi a eye Ura Ibrahim ne de no yenti kakra na fie wi asan aba
Ghana. They solved this drain that really cost lives a few months ago. So if you've come here to see, it's actually a day and night operation. We work day, we work night to be able to fasten the job. But the job is not a small job. The job likely could take a year, could take a year and a half, but we are at it. And government is supporting us with equipment and fuel to be able to fuel the job. And our contribution is the personnel and the supervision of the job. If government gives me a truck to work and I don't put my name, and next in the truck is actually in magazine and they are selling, they are breaking the parts and selling it, what do I say to government? And with us as a company, we need to ensure all the equipment such that if it kills anybody, if it runs into any, if it gets bent, it gets stolen, we are covered. That's why we need to put our stickers on them. Stickers don't mean ownership. Stickers just mean who is using it. And that's why we put them on there. But I wish to stop because a good man is never honored in his own country. And that's what I feel. I mean, I've been wanting to engage the media for them to know the extent of work. The work is not easy. As Ghanaians, let's get together and clean our homes. We can't be waiting for Conti to come and say they are going to come and clean the drain. This is what I do for a living. I move earth and I get paid by the cubic meter. If I'm idle and waiting for my next job elsewhere, maybe in the mines, and I can offer my service with my boys being idle and not working, unemployment, where I could use the boys to be able to do this job, for us to see as Ghanaians that we can do this job within in-house. We don't have to always wait for foreigners to come. We're waiting. Even when the foreigners come, they will hire my workers like this to do the job. So why don't we start doing it for other lives to be lost? That's why I've taken the initiative to do it. I've done many jobs like this. It's likely that you've not heard it. The motorway failed. The foreign companies told us that it would take 3 months. In 5 days, I fixed the problem. That's what I do for a living. And I'm glad you've come here and you've seen all the equipment that belongs to government working on this job. I don't have a contract with government. There's no contract. If it's a contract, it will be tendered. And everybody will see that it's tendered. I don't have a contract. I don't need a contract to do this job. Let me explain something that really helps me as a contractor. In my field, I'm the only local contractor on that level competing with foreigners. And if when I'm not working in that field and I have skillful people who I have worked for a long time with, I think that it's my duty to do service, to use the same right skilled expertise to be able to clean up the country.
Where 2015 thereabouts, Wabra Conti Kwame Ebo so no Sanchez na bande ba no say yentina say nya hwe han san say ye ka say ye betete gatemu a I say twa kwasi brodi ma ne ba ansere atati mu enya de ye me Ghana ni me wadwuma efo betuma ye adwuma no ɛno nti mfidie a yɛde bɛyɛ no ne yɛsɛ aban mfidie no si so ɔmo fa nyɛ hwee mo fa mmra na me ma me mmra ntia ne nya adwuma sɛ ne bɛboa me yɛtete ɛyɛ ɔdɔ nsuo no mu na yɛte nsɛm asisi yɛ wɔ Ghana ha ɔyɛ yɛ edu baabi no na ɛsɛ ogyae because adeɛ no ɔyɛ de akyɛ ɔyɛ ne kwa nanso anyɛ yi yɛhwɛ ne deɛ na wɔyɛ no saa bere no na yɛmfa toto sɛ edu baabi no yɛtwa sika ma asoyɛ bi sɛ asoyɛ no nhwɛ enyi saa the same ɔdɔ river no mu na sika no is about 30 something million US dollars abra na ma Mrs. Rider pa yɛ so afɔ no 43 million dollars that's it sanka yɛgyae ana ka yɛanyɛ na manyɔsɛm ana ka yɛ ma ebia owura Ibrahim Mahama ɔyɛ adwuma na tete mu adu baabi no so ofede wayɛ ama na adu baabi ana ka obi ba na kɔbi sɛ ɔba bɛto aso a anka bi anka betumi anka ntumi mmoa wɔ kwan bi so kwame yɛhwɛ politics a yɛde wurawura nneɛma mu ɛsan so nipa no wɔ ho nimdeɛ na sɔpɔ sɛ ɔbɛbɛboa na yɛyɛ ne se na ɔde amemrefe egya adwuma na enko nti ɔman no.
For me, yeah,
Kwame,
the issue is transparency. Right, the issue is transparency. If you remember correctly, vividly at that time, what we were told to say, Ibrahim Mahama, Boa government, buying at the city, the machines that could go. That was a story that was around. Until you broke out later, say machines in the there was no transparency from the onset. And you know, that also fuels speculation. Now, if you are not transparent about A, what about B? So one, it starts with transparency. Two, Ibrahim Mahama Kasano, or say at that particular moment, Oni Ejuma, the staff no idle. And you know, fee say somewhere idle there, or bet my be Ejuma Abwa or mine. What if Adechinas Oni Ejuma? Or Domokwana? What is a guarantee to government? That's your minor. Say Adechinas Oni Ejuma. We only need a contract to be out. Into a started, that's Adechino Oni Ejuma no kwa. Into me monosobo. But
how would that only on money in the contract to be
exactly. I'm just talking about the risks that is involved for the country as well. So say if me as oh nipa ne person or boy maybe o mind able manyo things must be transparent.
Let us say actually you be who say and then the machines na ya ban machines no use san sign na nya wo dia anya wo ka na wo be tu no wa ha no ase mesika say so atwa na ko trust you na
send the minim binti ojai and the that one the minim binti e bi onu so e kan say enye ne dia e bi onu so no go for I don't know why
enye ne dia nko a yeli mu asem e ko so Ghana
o ba say na make say is the fact say na you transparent and this are sad ko enye ne dia you say ni buy if come from the onset bibia da ho say Ibrahim Mahama person oboa na abai wo machines do say it no or the nipa do say e beboa the project no be taking this long. No be here. If it's transparent, no be here that way. Nobody has a problem. But you see, at the end of the day, no, a human way you. What is so kind? The human way when you human at that particular moment. It when you human so does it mean say when you human be jahako and as when you human they are feed they see it and cancer not 20 man.
You find this our map be fi. Na oye o mama ye aduane na so obi eye bi obi o mama ye aduane. Wa makwan wa be fie student nti oba obi so mama mu a si obi school a
o makwan be fie a
obeja wa ko
oba kan be fie a in time a oba in time a obeko oni time a so woni adwuma ada patuma
nti sanko nti se ye nim no kra no so ye a sanye hwe eya no du baby na so otuma ye adu ha na sese do de o adu ha no so de busumi mienu busumi ensa kra na ye nya osuahunu kakra it is on kwakra na o man to be nyina de oye no so nto aso se wo ye dura na yeso enye mfa nto aso
and America said the non-transparency of the whole issue is what caused all this brouhaha. If we have been transparent, government has been transparent about it from the start. Say nipa na boy for 2 months or boy for 1 month or whatever month based on this agreement. There should be an agreement between Obi Oyajumoma government. Agreement doesn't mean say there should be payment. If it's on voluntary basis, there should be agreement, there should be conditions to that voluntary activity now ever buying. But here there is nothing. Nothing. How is the country protected?
Say obefa niam na de akwa na
say what if say machine is in so obi nka say obey you but there's a possibility on machine that could so we no jahoko what is the liability our government will against him
now can that be possible
no but there's a possibility
and it's yeah why don't we think positively when it comes to negativity no unyen
say nka bibia akọ kura enka yeni police enka yeni lawyers enka yeni prisons boy we ask no say dem penifo kan odwen papa na odwen bone that is why I will be called bibia na there should be an agreement there should be conditions Aaaba should not be conducting any project without any agreement or any conditions. Unless say we are to NCBC say the in Swahili obi she why see go uniform and the oba no ko yi no later na can one accept. But we shouldn't be going into these kind of agreements where there is no final written agreement or conditions. Condition be no dey boy machines no be use my enko and aso to me ko use no be from. All these things we're not there.
Okay.
So if you don't have a clear agreement and it's not transparent,
that's it.
You will get all these rumors and all these noise and all this brouhaha. Okay. So I think for me it's the cost of the government in Asano
that's it. Ebushapeni yanhwe wutie kwame asamo kan ya na isa kama is anka emuda ho fan anka we are not discussing that particular asemo no say no na a topic for discussion but e ka ho bi isan say yenim say enkane no na ye de kwasafo dwuma na ye de siesie kuro ye do dukuro hene bodawura na ye nyina chogbo ye obi a de obi beti obi otumi drop a nti ama no do obi otumi tugata mu pa ma ne ye obi otumi prapa obi otumi de hwiba ro sesa nyapa ye ni nyina ka bom sa no bia play the role e be wie na kuro na fefe sa de asi ya na ye de ye ho abro am ye do ba bi ababedure isan se sa wo hwe a the amount of money ye se ya pompe konti anye ye garip eno so ye hu sika akobu no sa wo de toto adwuma ye se ya ye ho a ene ni hia sika ya kom se de adwuma ampaniam pa anka sei na tibia wemu na ka ebia abusuapani ye wa na
ya komna meda se na memfa free so nchi a mempanfo ne menu ya no ma ye hia ne wankasa na ahwefo na ya wonga insuno efa wonga nema wonga japade ahwere ana wonga ahwere wonga japade ana wonga wonso ahwere won adehye nyinara wonga fa insu yiri mu ne ato yire nchami mu ahwere won kwabia no omampani Mahama ene na bedi akiri Professor Jinano Kokajima sei ọmọ ebusuafo ni nyina ya akọ na wonhye den na wonti ena oho edibu o ma no ti abusuafo nyina a menso metai o medima anwode ntai chi sei ye mamo die yakọ amonhye den so eja yente eyi ba ku me no bifo onim junted emze mempenfo ena wahwefo ewa won kire me say I'm wrong ebia junted no enye nsu yiri ne kuma nipa no eyoja eye fiwe na eliki no efre nsu no na obi di jakot 2 months oye indomie o say yiwe chi wona e pai ja no e do na di owu bai nte ya ne aka junted disaster nsu yiri ne yiri nsu yiri but the jano and the kumani pano. Ebi aba studio ha abe kasas ed won hu.
Maybe actually pa
akamane ade ashew. Enye nsu ni kumani pano.
But the areas are nsu yiri no efa nipa ho do bi wo areas.
Yes.
But ye can the pay wu ye pa
na e yo
jane na e man obasa.
E wono efi Ibrahim Mahama engineers and planners no. Ye ntia say enye Ibrahim Mahama no koka say or the machines in a Juma. He never said it anywhere. A yenuanum MPP for Rampe and an Inuanum. One and was setting one questions. One Nana Kumiana no lady pa, the Kaipa, Nana Kumia, many are paying. But the Kaipa. One is starting at 2 goon. And Ibrahim Mahama omampede ne to so no the contract ama ni nua ena ne din etare government machines ho na woni mo so saw anwea na otu anwea no so sawa onampo ho ode fa moto we no so ko ekirikiri nti won a wo be hu sa anwea no egu truck no mu no government trucks na engineers and planners stick at the bottom who say ode twa business. That was the whole propaganda against Ibrahim Mahama. Is that what they are saying? It's here, no one starting yeah, walking can and talk of him. And no nema Ibrahim Mahama back out by a press conference. What or you be your Taikasa where your press conference was had on. Okay, no catching the yes. Me from a Jumana me. Utiene Casana me was out there confused or media out toward the down. Also, on no Nedumo at work. On no, I'm pulling no ye. It is a Juma no bet me aye. So say, new microphone will fear, will near Juma ye. Only contract be a better person one more who share your mad duration of that project. Also between 1 year and 1.5 years. These are into what if ye name more bet me a boy. No, do I because you won't go.
What if you?
Yes, what if you won't go? It is a magna Juma by name Suyin Crawford. Mamma Murana Momeya Juma Fabo machines, and I walk quiet also. Camera square, 1 year, Jumano. Sir Juma Corona, Muslim Pese Ibrahim Mahama Yedifino. And no way you $43 million are a big question Crawford Passive or Mangim. The same job. Obi free, Obi fast as can. I'm also on the cutting, young who that. Emma. Yeweba bewe dia yewe na memra yei nsem no po na kasa so eja omanga yetimi ade a mehu se eye adwuma pa ye yenhye mara se yenhye mara hye eno ne ye the bylaws rules eno no Ghana ye expert nemum to implement the laws and on the assembly. Say Maradi Yadi by Juma, Neil said Maraya Senini, the way they see the agenda and Hakayan, and only young Ghana young problem in her Nankebane then. And now, Tetefuna, yes, one school, Numpona, win them 1 man question. Was she who say a higher or time? Ramsar site. I flat prone area. Inti yen si bibia wo so yen nye bibia ha ye buffer se wokuro num no mangini mu nyina na ye gija Ghana no emte engineer amonkota ye ona wa hai wo si ye wo buffer se nko e wo Ghana hai 18 big buffers are so you sunu to se den a eno le mekwa kota ye mabeje no na akiri atono bo na senga kwa kogupum moma example of a Pambros. Meaning say pedophilia be kasai wa eja Pambros unim emra Pambros wo ho na ye tukwan me de say me ye fante ntimi kwa wo be say gu obi e ho na no wotu njere nti say me ni obi nam no onim kwa na me di wo pe me ha na nche no wotu do ha no wotu na ma kire na me di adwa ba enum e fe di all of a sudden eja won akwa ko fail with solid waste nyina no wo be kan ya sa no wo ye nin what the baller any can we say now start enya fapemono na nsuna don long na atena say ansa no what the abo sa amofre electric adamofre dey abo bi na wo tipo no no ngakwa ko tipo agu no nya platform no nga start a developer asat Pambros asema ye kan ni trewo na amofre no brofo kasa say ni trewo ne bai no na baby ewo about 2010 ho ebe si sabere no 50% of eco inko franfa inti ese hu se nsu na to na nka ebe ko na kwakotai ho na to no bo na ayo kakra na bi akopo no na ebi nsu adondon asase ni inkrofo ba be fail sa 50% en won afa ye kan peshi woni peshi no said the asa ye nuanu mo wo da area da insulu fa won over on day chado insu bi da sa ho na engineer eka say me sa nsu no wo frɛ no kojo ntenkran but sa no wo pronounce on nen kojo e bi o na fele da nsu yiri wo mon enu na eba o say oka be bi o say well mangrove brofo na wan kasa de ko apply then o say mangrove protected area protected what can say be protected that one ya bo bai it is sunu bana na Taiwan sa mangrove no me kai say me bi kura ye mo fra wo be makam ye ko yi mpata wo
wo na nam
ye ko yi mpata wo ma mi ko tie ba bi nyame nko na je mi nka me
ni mo
mi nka wo ni me kama ye yi da da wo what you say it is only we nyina na nka ba be do 2012 to 2026 no sa land no half a fa enso ko ana nipa atete sa wo na wo to sa se no eja hwe wo su wo de hwe nipa da atete sa ba wo se won na wo ye nipa wo ne yente kana no hwe sa dan the kind of building this is wo de hwe nipa ko de se nipa wo ye well to do wo bi wo wonsam na sa nkrofu ya bi wo wonsam no won akwakofa atechem otare afili any ball and nua ni mura ni ade afili a won asi won daga sison enu na chi na nsu na yiri won no won asa nkofo ni twa won kofra bang sa bang na ba won ka the very people are won kochi the am perpetrating illegality on Ghanaians, you know. The same people who call NADMO, they will call military, they will call fire service, they will call police to come and rescue them. So one man one in Namaka so want to one. The same people. That 2012 to 20 said the American half of the land and they echo. Now call Joe stream now make a 17. And then they feed it into Peshi Lagoon. Na Peshi no etumi atwetwe boko the island akopum. Na ma won ewo area ho nyina no bo ho ato won. Ba ne wet no sa Peshi Lagoon ne ko ibo friend say call Joe no. Ne wet ankasa na me wo from 2002.
And the train no.
Ne train no fi 2002 2002. Eba be see the person in your correct date, you know. Emma, no. What 2002, no, na ne wet ne letter, no. Ne 261 meters. Sa Peshi Lagoon, no. And a call Jaw stream, no. Ne 261 meters. 202. Sa na yesu ne threatening. If you wanna between 2013, 2013. And that when him said that na aka a reduce be do 21.
Hey.
Yes. 21 meters.
Next 240 a share.
Shiegu wongafa. Nkrofo na me say we educated we sikafo wonni me de no. Wongafa ma Africa 21 meters. 211 meters. 211 from that 202 to 2013 no. If you want to by 2022 nkrofo na bomodi ya enkochia ma shrinkia ba bedu 19 meters 19 emprempren ya me no kasa ye 2026 as I'm talking to you no atubia shrinkia ba bedu 10.6 meters from 261 2002 how many years about 24 years no ya fa asase na ye 241 ni nyina ya yi 261 no
ye 251
ya yi 251 efiso na katem nti what do you expect nti ba bi enyire no se nsunu to wudi nyame kwa no hu ye mobo se nsunu to 2 days kasamba just Sunday to Monday 24 hours keke enumere to abechen enini nti se nsunu to aso ko Tuesday nka ye nyina ebe yira because just 24 hours.
No.
No. 24 hours. Junior, yes, see me in Sunu toy out of 30 days, you know, in Sunu Kuan for 22 days. Junior, in Sunu 22 days, 8 days, you pay the Yenya Fadi. It is July back message July be 15 ka wo den be besi sanko fuya na ma baba he ma me fiwo na me nkyere wo another one me nkyere wo another one me wi ebien wow na to see ebien sa East Legon ya East Legon boundary na uhwe one boundary road one there is a water your friend Tessa Dam Tessa was East Legon one boundary road me say we are correct when say ya pomodin aba afansa se na ma ya chewa bi 50% ko that one nti ni fi popo no so ne ade na e ba nti be kwa kotai ho no
e mu ha mu nchema aduonum
50% eko nti sunu ba e be jiwa ade aka na ese
bu faso
we so bu faso nti enyo won say ope Legon Johnson do mo brand ope gro de bia su beto bi e ho flade ye nesisi wotare wo ho nyina afa ena ho na building akase atu aso agusia ne ade ewo na menka last one sakomo no base no na engineer e ka mo asem no asa 2011 na ebesi 2026 no eno so about 60% politicians business guys and they are fun.
Ana do ori oni akofo
sasa ko no dia o kan wa o kan awon de betumi aka say minimum ho pa because yene FIFA coupons e kotena sakomo na state that was 1989 na o ko tema no fa sakomo no village wo na so ti kwan mu a o share Ramsar site na sometimes say na to ko share keke different species of birds.
Na migration from Europe.
Yes. Na akodo egu so a afarefo koko yi nam wo ho nti ehode de so kan minimu pa na yetumi ko hwe no man kwa kan.
Woni meja no ma woni say South Africa anoma bi yirai ehode wo be hu.
O so omuchini.
Wono tinka weda yet san wa America yi. Na ko aba. Wonga betina wa wonga wo redi weda da nyame abode won se weda be change wo ha won nyina no wo back a body ankasa environment to protect human nature human beings emi ana young problem back one ye wono em so dinim say engineer amono kote no kan ya say you to be blame MCs ni ade
assemblies
we have to blame them
amoka
ho
because some opinion ama order say in rezone ho no onu and think kitin na akoko blame no.
You see that is the problem I wo mu ha.
That everyone now voice above from no
engineer the problem I wo many mo say you be obi ko siwa me aye ne simpa penye enti obi wo conscience pa honim pa ro on to be
because Ramsar side one no say forestry commission under Sir John and almost say ho no no mix I don't know enti wo ye the fence saying we staff wo assembly ho wo telephone na e ba no wo ni wan a wo beka say wo ka stop sade no
no say na me ka tell say me
say ye penny for di ehwamo pa o sanity
na achimota forest kura so we le ma o we le mo bi nyame nko na je ye o say the tell I don't know the whole Greater Accra you know na e Buffalo achimota forest ya e no pen Greater Accra you know forest e protect you nyina wa hade sa carbon dioxide ne wa mo ne emissions ni ade a from a bonus smoke bola ye show ni ade nyina no enu ne tumi sivu ni nyina so ma de chia ye nyamfra ma home yes ye beton that is the nature of Ghanaians and ye mu bi no ye to ye ene na nsa na ne na nan me fa dropping wo committee 10 wo me de call me fa committee 10 to de me fa ho no taxi driver no o se sa hey wo mata mi do no oni me ye bonkomo because no oyokua pibi to kasa ya no me da ba ofie na ye starting komo to de me fa no se hwe nsu ye pay boss anka wo de ye ntumi fa ho na se yiri ba ha na o se obi onim committee 12 Coca-Cola Junction committee 12 ne committee 11 who san kwase wa e kwa ni dem sa kokko ayi school ho SOS straight estate no mo sisi wo me be bon krofo bi di yan kra ye one na tete wo na obi owo filling station wo krom like a businessman the book politicians di obo we di nam anti na former regional minister gaje say dan wo bubu no wanyai won to one no one for human face into so no because etitiru pa na isunu yiri wo ho no mo Ramsar site wo no eba come to 12 lane utumi for sakwa no so straight to Tiobodom baby here so no ehhehwe wo ho no wo motorway side wo kwani dem straight and also one na abesisi da ni nyina na sese de won failure kom asabo ka tell sese won failure kom yen problem ba ko no say minimum ni tourism ministry no won so eduba dia at least won so ya wonye innovative kakra when say say Ramsar site and say they are now can boat ubuntu sese so no when say you betumetim when to me a partnership no omme so ko bi wo ne yede ma good
obi when you masama okay Ghana na minim aka we sanka onipa ne ba nya kokoduro ma ba ode partners by sanka sasa ko no yi Ramsar site we isu ni anya ne hwe bebe make sure say si ebe si ebi ese bi hotel bi ni ebe si era ye be ni such a way say affect
eho no
isu no na ya ye no in such a way say dia ambrochire yetumi ye na boat wo so na
yacht bi akosisi
so no nkofo ba so mbaba be ye be pimu ne san say
nkofo bi be pass as
just say wo man penida e be pimu ne enti the for no simam ne ye be san ko bwan da isusu ansa na okay listen say ye hwe bibi human activities yesubai your videos bi wo ha obi hwe bola e de agu baby wo hwe bola
so to ye kura this week yeah
and obi ko kan se na wo hwe bola agu ha no no pa na prince videos no yi bubu
this week yeah busy
ni nkomo
eno na here so obi ko
so yiri ye na yesu no
wo de
no bi to bola agu
ye be omi videos ni ehwe
ena nkofo tete ho no area na omote no obi kwa ko hwie kube nwura egu baby ensu na fa won a etum amana no ohwie won a tete won te wo obi onti wo mom eno ko je sa tokwa no mo no sim no sa odi nyina akwa
ye be videos later
but ja all video no mama correct this say
man on video
so
mama monopole da
1 minute
mama
monopole
enti so dia akase ye beba second round no na nka beba be hwe sika na e bai no kokwan a wo fa so yusu no bemma mo figa be pia ne be bia sika no kwai na Ghana fun hu say so wudi o man ehwo bi nsa ne ye mo sika se bonipa ho ban asa na sese wo ye ni
sika na fine
tie eja sika e bai ni nyina no eye 200 plus 150 no nia wo release no e bai no e na kufu ado ene Dr. Bawumia na MPP abai no wo yi 103.8 million out of dollars
out of the 200 no
out of 200 no see 22.1 million dollars what the question training mu 22.1 million dollars not $1 million not $100,000 $22.1 million training there how many people and we training one and how long the duration your time by what kind of training is here the person training and to no children training because loka oh you training one who say do one never minute to say those engineer so 7.9 million eco consultancies.
7 and
21 my music and yes $22.1 million eco training
okay
7.9 million eco consultancy
7.9
yes
consultancy
yes so the amount 65 million eco diverted to COVID
operations
whereby IMF $1 billion $1 billion and Ukraine was on the Marcus rapid money be some rapid relief be some cow and world movement IMF and be toso European Union MIA, France MIA, Germany MIA, Japan MIA, ADB African Development Bank MIA. Other institutions MIA upon all this, you know, was some Kosika Mukoyi, $65 million. Tie, what the $1.68 million. I catch it say other costs. What probably I will catch it what the top vehicles.
Vehicles on our way.
You see the whole thing. Also, what top vehicles in our
beneficiaries now ammonia training or almost
where are they? That is the whole thing. And how many?
No, so more they are saying there's justification.
Who they maybe when we know what we 11.4 million started so what the mayor flood and no out of this $103 million. Only 11.4 million eja and a quay a Jumana Casamo. This is a Sikanan Casano every $10 beer ye baby and $9 concrofukutum. Only one and an echo a flood and no more. Every $10 beer abandon the you know and the MPP we $10 beer 9 yes I remain in Ayakaka and Concrofu to be a quick consultants is $1 per and one question from
main project
in Akasana one. Look at what they've done to us. Now, near Sufim, no air the whole say, Sankofi, oh, you're Dogana for Udogana Fudi. Do you really love Ghanaians? Do you really care for Ghanaians? Do you really think about Ghanaians, those who voted for you? Individuals, the poor, the vulnerables, those who don't have anything in their life. Or no, really, so when you're pathetic, a crowd was chasing, washing the man, and the man. You destroy their future. And you fear what's my comment to at the time. Na president, you know, Kobompai, President, hey, Mamik Obio Tiemi be your Christian, be a Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. Also, me, I'm sorry, that I'm a yes, you want. Obi Biara no home children will we are see when you need us to be on Mra, no, the man is so Chiremia, and we had to make him suffer.
Amen. Okay. Who's the measure here? They can say projects, no. What trust now draw project? Obi a onim World Bank project and this should be every project has components. And every component actually Sikano. Nobody in Ghana, the with Makofa World Bank project Sika, there any project say you say so there. You can't.
Okay.
They won't release the funds to you. So Adia okay it was part of the project from the onset. Now said the na engineer Shah say there was lack of capacity. I need to training amount for. This was part of the project from the onset. So it's not idea obi yegis can we and obi ko ya de foforo.
You training on someone yeding.
Oh, different technical trainings. And it was part of the project from the onset. Now the 60 million I can't want to me. I mentioned it was the 5th component of the project. Says Atroyom Chensia. It means says can be equia.
They should have volume of money involved. Yeah, but since I got training $22.1 million, you know, and then trade equipment when you cock toy, because $1 million as some near came. Equipment when you toy, then they put in power and the engineer forensic audit. What is another one?
Asana MPP before World Bank, report. This year, World Bank, a reporter by. If Kasikana for baby and you would have been in the report. So I think say that's what they were journalists. So I think say you should also get the report. Near beginning say a reporting in the second coin. The report I buy, and say buy 2 months when you buy, clearly indicates where all the money went, and that is where the figures came from. Okay, it came from the report.
Reports are bad.
Yes. So this is not figure obi na ko emphasis my investigation knows no. This official report. And HSS can say they use
granted.
Now before say no, let me correct that 42.2 million actually. That Sika Musu will be the according so mu be and you know correct. This was allocation under this project. Sika they never use that money. for that activity.
So
says enya no credit will be $43 million. And they are putting so that in pass. Out of the Gary project,
Parliament and Cecilia let
me correct.
No, she said that.
So out of the Gary project, that's the kind of locate here. No, you know, to say only 127
was used.
Opening Abuja penny everybody says what is over 43 million bidding? Ain't you know why you say it will be used for 43 million? Can you free?
Why we have $22 million?
No.
You see, so out of the Gary project, that 43 million, it was an allocation. It was not a disbursement.
They are locating my
yes.
Okay.
Now there was another money that was a CD money, 196 million, and it was used to the silt and dredge 22 different storm drains. It wasn't just Odo River.
It's saying
197 million CDs.
197.
Yes, during that time, no. About 2024, no. 197 million CDs are the dredging, different 22 storm drains, different ones. It has nothing to do with the Gary project. It was a separate amount. And 197 million, even if you go all the way back to that time, a CD, 5 million, 43 million, $1 million. And then also a dollar dominated project, and the ESS can free. So I no credit that. So because you see $43 million, and the quiet the silting, and will be a questioning pass. And no credit. There is no basis on it. Was an allocation.
Okay.
It was not a disbursement.
See that I will be a first.
But
yes, I can see a fan of Makuma. But training one in here, me pa capacity training or whatever. I am a say, yeah, the $22.1 million a training for every. Make them the same say, sa training, you know, you go to fidie the baby the by say the same fidie no, every training or more. And what kind of training?
So the item is institutional and local technical training. So let's go and find the details. But let's not assume so be this guy. Now
institutional and
local technical training.
Local technical training.
That was the $22.1
million. Okay.
And Sika say the koto car no. Equipment. And out of the equipment, not vehicles account. You can't go on the
1.68 million.
Yes,
equipment.
That is a. Now, say the mechanic. These are things that were already in the project. They drew this from the project lines, from the budget lines of the project. Obi anyway, this can buy and go to different things.
Before.
Yes. And I make those items. We can take a look at that. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But nobody has directed any funds anywhere, and the World Bank has confirmed it.
Okay.
That is what we have to be clarifying. Now, there's also one thing I want us to also clarify. I say, Ibrahim Mahama, no, they say for free. And it no personnel we use. It doesn't mean it costs the country nothing.
But nobody has.
We're buying fuel. Also, you're for free. We'll be
free. Only
so the man said, "Be on
the American say, "Oh, you're free."
Alpha the machines in it.
The comparison no can say, "Obi so be am free." And Obi be am ye tua sika say. And American say, "Do am free no?" And only le bank one e free. But there's still cost component in the oil, you know. It's all compare. Can say Ibrahim ye my no, never cost you say. And away mine cost you say. Then you can do a proper comparison. Sir, but you can't tell me say you're free.
On the personnel. Yes. Or say me personnel machines and kasa to me nyoma djuma. Enti me
machine use dey.
Meba. O tell kasa bo say.
I no kind of make let me correct it. Anya dey you Ibrahim kind of make dey ja kind of person correct it. Anya ono dey. You Ibrahim say obeba your personnel. I'm a juma. Yeah, for your machines near fuel and bramra. It be a juma. And the agile compare you're Ibrahim and what am free. And I will require a cost you say. And at the make that comparison no is not correct.
I will say or no. You should be or no say. Move fidie no ho. Me small personnel no ho. Enti mo de be ni say me mra che ne beba. Mo ma ye fuel. any machines no ye be adwuma no ntu tie de ka se mo se the abani yen sabani machines any ni diesel and not the man or not the personal no
Mati say totally but me person they say it and say and no say it comes at no cost to the government because fuel is the biggest component. Exactly. And because we koya free, we do buy a TS card. That's the wrong comparison. What like I say, we koya the Aboka say, and I was here Aboka say. Then we can talk.
Now, what do you come out dredge masters? One to the car, any contract.
I'm not speaking against Ibrahim Mahama.
Because you will fail it.
Ibrahim Mahama, you better see a 10 cities. Who go for be a better see 20 cities.
Oh, no, ye no. If you didn't, I had a man.
But if you didn't, if
you didn't, or my idea, but I mean, to diesel and come.
If you didn't, home maintenance. If you didn't talk diesel, diesel, the Niska. Say, Ska. And to the best make I say, if I say project now, we are 20 cities for the sake of explanation. 20 cities, no. The component of labor, 10 cities. Is Ibrahim Mahama, so component of labor, no free. I bet cost 10 cities. But don't come from because 20 cities. Then you are doing proper comparison. But how can say Mahama free? But we are 20 cities. That's the wrong comparison. Because we are still spending 10 cities. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Engineer, so say,
I bet cost
you say, it's a soldier for us, he said demolition, womusum. We know my agent so this soldier for Bemuino. I just have a fear on Bubuno. Na say, yeah, something fear, and a big Yamanaka na. Me say me who be able to say down so my autojo. Liberty down, sorry. Any Tetegu. Pambros area ho. Then sisi ho. Apartment agba sisi ho. Ombe tume bubu. Yen fa be some few minutes bi na e say ko South Africa say almost demonstration ko support Pretoria and Nekra yan sanketo akra.
South Africa ye kan ye de wa.
Ghana
on show no. The woman say c'est 0% speculative. C'est d'abord que tu me dis and no
there be task force say edu baby a ye budan na ye budan edu baby a binum dia budan
ye share denti kwa ye tete kolenu denti a ye kote odonu ye share because say would jai nwura no esesa na ekotai wo odonu mu a I was here team. Near this the World Bank Sika equity team. Whether 20 free and we are because South Channel no in super necessary FM. 20 free. Call it na da ho no. Yan kase yan fa nwura nkogumu lagoon da to receive clear water.
So now how than the baller zone.
Correct.
Obekona nkofo cross cycle.
And it say no ye me ye nyina ti ha no. Ya agree say you best sort a lagoons no na ya sa the World Bank as a quantity sa na ya peninsula na say I want a problem no because your assemblies by 24 municipal assemblies be anywhere waste management department
really
now we name
there be say what can I say really I know
district assembly be anywhere waste management department the whole Ghana
hey how
now when we said municipal assembly be was waste management director ni or nifie way and an office way municipal assemblies are what Ghana now be anywhere or waste management department.
This is serious
and you know so ya ye nwura esi ho efie wo fie be ye fan 400 houses follow under your municipality and nipa wom be 300,000 o ma ye nwura how are we managing the waste how dem tell the omo every titinira when you free by 20 years you know waste management department apart from metropolitan areas no more waste management department no district any municipal only waste management department a classic team of a waste management department in a waste management director and any deputy supervisors a number of supervisors waste workers and some waste volunteers and a formal a waste management department. Na yegu nwura na omo akire yen how to manage nwura no ewo ye fiem. Eninti no sa okofa bin that sa dustbin yakase no edikosisi strategic areas. So bi afa nwura nkogu mu a 190 meters no sumura deche oso di kwa kogu bin mu. Obi anye enti wo hwe ha ida obehye no ana se osuma akwala bi a no da kotu obi mfikyire na akogu gota no enti ye ye ho so na meche no ena eno anso sisa na kwa na akogu koloni na kwa na besi odo kwa no meche say we say every year bia no yes ade
attitudinal change asama ye kan we the press videos na ready ye hwe we the kasa
na kasa na ya o mo kanu na menti ase no
na say attitudinal dabi yesu banye
dabi you need to put in place effective waste management system obi abedi so but we don't have a system na o say attitude in there then any what Jimmy dito o di ni ko si do Düsseldorf ene na o ma ne dokuno ne chenam no diwie on to me find run to her
because the system is working
exactly and so and when I would deceive no
now you bet me I
didn't know you setting up the management team that is why the waste management director and what was say me woni pa 300,000 and then I may they manage waste no either me be recycling plant kakra bi and I me be incinerator kakra bi and I me yes no odwen but we judge money my environmental officer na environmental officer no ono the beans akosisi ho ya befa bin no yemfa yo mufumutu se na ote ho 3 days na abi na yema osua de chede de kwa akwa bi ti ho se fa kofie minfa nwura nu kofie nkohye ana me nye ne dai ani ye team 20 years ni Ghana design because 70 years no the team one your team
it's a disassembly concept no you're failing when it comes to sanitation issue ana
but what we try to do ni say you share public areas in the street ni kakrakra no we assign the ama private persons so on pra ho and na ye but residential waste na kasa no you try say be introduce companies bi na omo enkosisa kakrakra ewo efiji obi anso supervise wo mo say omko ekosisa nwura no kra na obi wa won na sign contract efi wo ho nyina is about 200 houses na ipa 20 pe and I agree say sa company ni message omo waste omo wa ete na aka na omo waste no omo de be fine ani ye team enti say insuo no twin nyina di kogu odo ni mu a na ya koji World Bank sika ni akosisa mfidi akogu ho ni atwe na ko koleni so ye ma na aye ni saa na ko enti se koleni ti ho na aye ma na ekwan no susu si ho na no susu ye ntwe na nsuo no ba ebere akọ
engineer ti ugiri say then say ye 2 minutes then
I was say ye come back near my district ni na nya omu waste management team no mu fa nya waste management no na nya de next year ye be sa betu nsuo now Garrett in paying for 2017 2018 so to no na do car say I was so creative Garrett no creative are greater Accra resilient integrated development and a more almost escano in paying for the Garrett no almost in sure na eba no omo be water retentions 18 water retentions ba ku kra nyanya yi and so the 65 ko hwe COVID operations and I say see retention ni bi wo basin ni ba ko so nti na isi fa say ya fa one water basin say bia onyanhia de na eba no nti ye di retention na ko si so ye 4 retentions kra nsuo no emphasize speed ni machine ko because you be hold nsuo no
nti say can say the water retention no scan wa he
two water retention 2 design BBI ready. Yeah, can say you see can be called a consultancy in design. All these things you need consultants.
2019.
I did my 2019 after 2019 COVID was okay. You see COVID 6 years ago. They say right now, no. COVID see any problem. What say? What say? Yeah, kind of crave. That's what my husband do.
For 2020 after I nanasa winnie bio. And 2020-2021 was a form another authority. Yes. I friend of Ghana Hydrological Authority.
I remember.
I'm taking care of flood constructions. I mean flood defense constructions. Basically, amunsi min entwa gota bakumpo.
2021 they no form here.
Ghana Hydrological Authority. On this was a form top brass hydrology engineers ewo ho. Ni atititite one as in sure about for abefa ebi mu a o yenyen and we are not fixing it. It's a canals in the so we are not fixing it. Water retention, we are not doing it. You try now over catch them say open so we need wake up. How are you going to do that?
And a ball.
No, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Because at the basic things now Obama will life are improving. You are not seeing it. Compare Abrafo because they are playing football in Tuzu Kobobi. Now me what's the mental na me hwe sa na makoma nkoti kwa
patriotic citizen.
No, patriotic wo adnioma be hia yen nioma be ma yen ho ahia yen enye agro we ball lese na 10 minutes ya
akase mangotwe ne adwuma de nyina be na bi ye enti ye hwe kwa me ma obe 2 minutes bi na ye mfa en shift kakramra yenuano a e South Africa yi nsemu asisi nema bebre koso ho a ha adwene pa na me no kase Ghana ambassador to South Africa at post to say omo ye demonstration kase pa o Pretoria asisi nti shops o nyina no ya tutum na nsen Nigeria ni baako o general shop mu no mkochi bo no chukum no baako nso Ghana ni baako so no sa ahwere ne nkwa na according to report no Ghana for me in October 2025 one Samuel Asante and Michael Oduro on also February 2026 yes be the protection fee enti ena mamo yekunkum mo na de ko we obi shop shop no South Africa na ko gina na o say ona na dey inside no one lock o na ko gina no ojo so e dey go inside ho enkrofo wo say wo bibia ye okede Kwame.
So you see, South Africa problem now is for me is a very delicate and a very complex problem, and it has to do with what they've been through as a nation. It stems from the apartheid. Now, what apartheid did is to ensure say before we win no, ebi here ye sheda ikura na embrofo wo mu ye kakra bi up to be 8%. The majority of more areas of Masasi no. Ye sheda de omukugugu ekuro na no. Na baby ekuro na ekoyie no. Omo enti obi. Yeti omu. Again, education. Emofo no sheda make sure say education de be matuntum for no. Enya as good as education e de mema abrofo no. The best are they don't be so between say training omo for the menial jobs are abrofo companies omo be. Enti sa enoma we no ekeka bomu. Emma Tama Omunya Omofa Ahudie no, they were not able to solve this issue completely. Baby are no mote, or no mote. Of course, education there would make us be kakra. But the fact is na as I say de ye ekuya ni nyina wa brofo no ebesine majority e da so wa brofo. It is generational wealth no nyina na so kuta brofo no. It the majority of South Africans no omo wa hu ye it is and we hear more to now no and sometimes no it may translate into xenophobic. Ya na nipa na so kwa hu chire ya na ope scapegoat. So the bring can speak ope bi dia hye no. Ebi na America ato o ma you say omo awo say awo nko ne ade ade. Na nso no adwuma awo ne ye no ye jama wa awo nye. Enso hu chira wo mu no say awo na ekọ so. So we share the South Africa economists this year na awo South Africa no mun do 5%. And so the contribution our one country in terms of GDP is over 9%. It's the our one or more they are beating above their weight. Yeah. They are contributing more to the economy than even more. But Nipa watch say na no po bi di ahye no e na sebi most of these people here omo ye dey down person omuku awo no they don't have access to abrofo no because abrofo no are in high security zones omo ntimi nko ho ene se before no mo ho no e na omo betani against you omo yeti bibi say e na awo mo ho no na edi bone omo du ewu omo ye say ekura awo we do 5% o South Africa towards the end of last quarter of 2025 minyanhwe the current statistics no but the last quarter of 2025 not that could be nipa 72 in Yukuno that could be murder rates nipa 72 every single day last quarter of 2025 ni Yukuno kromo na obi so say how hold the kusa 72 every day na enya how hold the cause of trouble no omo and it is because of the apartheid you know that's a hangover
there be now unyini say bia wo tena tibia bi mu na se tibia na didi utrimu ma ayeyi a wo nyine no so hu se da bi se me ye we a M1 se sam se to me nema yi
you see adwuma ni ho and adwuma kakra ho no so no omo prepare ho the qualification of the majority of the blacks na poor in the muntimi so nya adwuma pa what they say
and no bia bebu ama wo nya adwuma ketekete bi ya na wo so mu sa
bi se wo fi ukrom waba wo ye entrepreneur wo meti bi kuro me ho kire wo ba ya abebi store wo ye wo se wo kokko anim awon ya abebe
no ma ho ye
and me na ye based on I'm not before say you can never say the omo ye na right it's wrong totally but you see I'm an engineer when you give me a problem the first thing that I think of what is the root cause because to solve any problem you need to know the root cause if you don't have the root cause of any problem I won't even solve it
okay
let's look at the root cause of this issue
ye hu de be ye bre na so akasema be mi no so beni
ya na prebe ja say sanke ye hu Ibrahim ne costa be wo ji say adwuma no wode ma dredge master no
ade aka
yes because if me wonim say me ade a me pay me say me cancel to be better out to me because we see you cost no
okay
so it has a cost now what the man dredge masters and what the man
can is that
54 million euros
dredge masters
54 million euros
a foreign company
a papaya Zoom Lion
so on dredge
so it has a so
8 kilometers
8 kilometers
wow
54 million euros
no dredge
no sorry on 5 years
Ghana company
no problem me problem na mom ni abi say ye kan say obi say me dey fa machine bra fa cabra to na me say duma for free we say what chance so you free
Debbie you see you are misquoting me here
that's comment here say ponga ye be kwa kan we chi wo
1 minute
South Africa dey no eja me pa cho me 30 seconds be kan na yanti asese mampani de sojafo brigadier aye in charge say ne akosunsu yiri ne baby o ngasisi dan no ono so ama be kasa o se ne ye ba ye adwuma no baby ye beja o dan ngasi ye beja wasi and obi anim say nobody can bribe a military officer a whole brigadier hello unless you know somebody then you mention the name if you know one just mention it until unya ye dia me problem hello o be ba be ye adwuma no mumu abu dan sisi akwa mumu abu na South Africa no ade ya wo wi ase pa ya onipo ye boni ayefo South Africans said they are in Agaze majority of them are educated yes majority of them
and it is deliberately engineered so
good it is a when you pursue a grow bisuya no deprive you from education
also comes
to be
wow too baby no
the way a Ghana Africa the young Ghana ade no baby are currently foreign affairs ministry see airport one na your student hostel
yeah the man wo
no ye be training wo ho and to the extent say your man South Africa freedom fighters and your man one Ghanaian passport we give them Ghanaian passport. Do you know the reason they say so what could one kuro no kura wondina wo be chere wo it we give them a Ghanaian passport to say oh we a foreigner and all so that they can allow them to mobilize their people
Jacinta says some mama almost sika sabere na mon mama Mandela sika Munko Mandela.
No problem. Remember, so lucky you cry on about the 100,000 South Africans be a 36.6% be a wukum a day. We 100,000 South Africans. Yes, 36.6%. 2 million. So just into Ankasa, one generation so was I can do. And I say, to also when you were competition.
And there be me the other day, and I am a Yikaka. Nancy, and ye cobru ala tafosi omuntu shop nu. Hello,
scapegoat there.
Videos Ghana for Canada.
Yamrobia, Madam was a papa. Now, I'm not saying no, dear Nim, I was South Africa now.
I'm saying I'll be running. Yeah, Kasa, Edipa, constituency secretary, a crapping love, constituency secretary. Yes, but Fina, Nejinaba, the mamma, just a Naman Fantuga. Na adofo edusu a July na yebeye you know me forward amount na edusu so a eja eni
abrante
kura
Mesiano opiki ho
correct
yes
me joint ma kura na
opiki ho Mesiano opiki ho
and 11 July yebeye no ewo Okreku Memorial Park adolso
from Pokwase to Second Chance. A quino. A Mantiano 2 weeks in it, almost on bay demonstration.
Yes.
My power muchawa said yes. I mean,
yes, will be friendly.
Almost next week, you know,
will be friendly.
Yeah, Muyana say, yes, see, Omukwa, you see, they are my contractor. So, contractor, I pay World Bank is go. Or IMF to go.
Okay, will be friendly. Can want some time.
And almost next week, you know.
Omunyabo training any who come Obako frame and I can so my run out next week when I feel who the abetino a baby who hear ye party bacha ye no 11 July now and then I no pay they sell them produce a chairman so say ya ye piece of film online editor or no create yes if I can producer Kwajo Asante who can Mrs. LC Asante Ajimai or Kababy. It's an Atomic Park. And they no Ravan Music Santino with the despite media you can say by Yenia Koja Santi or Sofa Koja Santi or your online editor. No, the way I format or yet a kind producer no the year Yano Kwane Atomic Park tea. Then I am Coboni for Samson and I do Salem so they see Nasi. And a day and sign the birthday so at the come na answer na your best sorry so na ya kona na enkomodi you videos be break see na so etumi ya branch na odi ntokona nim South Africa o shesa chebi no o video press video no ye be kwa na aboye sora na obansa ne yakọ o se obekọ our African countries obaga na ha abe che okọ e be fa so e be pam said omo ye oho no ye so e baby wa ha to protect our country o se obebaga na ha obekọ Africa
ye ntawo member for meji country
baby o shop kura untu go
sa video ne ba so Mama Winnie Mandela interview bi o se na wira ho no sungu ni mu pa se de ankrofo ye no wo mo ntine ma bi Ashanti no mo ye Winnie Mandela o se ne ya pa
titi
ono a
me titi xenophobia na ze o da wo
xenophobia na see every guy say de no so no ade ha adwene ye pa wa kan wasam na ye sorry so na ya kono betwira de bi tu anka be se me kansa na ya sorry so ha obi di message bi abrabra me ka galam say sem no o so kokono ho a kono kwa ho pe penifo bi e wo konongo krom ho ankasa penifo na sisi no wo mo aye na tonton sansase no edi ye galamse miame konongo Asante o mas konongo wansam na mekanti ne brese hwene hu bibi ye be sore so na mo se na meka ne de bia no o man ni beye ya ifiyara o man beye ya ifiyara mo me ye de bibi ye ya ifiyara me de tete no ade ba ko ye de tete me ene se ade a enye no mabone ye nya wodin ensin se obeye papa ma papa ye enya omre na bone ye no enya wodin ba se nu yase na sesa to do bad no is so easy but to do good no very difficult and se kwone sa o man bia na obetumi ayeyi se ye betena se na ye politicize bibia se ye de bo ma na ye de be ya amanyosam a ye bechi akwa ba abodwan o se oye obi dan ho fi na onim so no podua ho na oye ne fi no ye de ne san kakra ye de beba ya ho so no no man na du ba bia ho bibia enye ye bio the indiscipline the system no is too high one day message they discuss ye ba na ye ba okada abobo ye afo no na be discuss wo ho nsem be discuss person asem hia wo mu di nema bi bo mai mu a they dictate how the road traffic should yes wo mu do dictate say na be ya ye twika ene e Ghana ha enkran ha titru identity say basa akokoma say the same thing ye be kan wasam ayo man ye menu mienu nyina de o eye ma ye tikwa me da ase enyini me da ase abusa pembe da ase na mo no me be sori so yi